Hi everybody, I'm Erin and this is my booktube channel Waiting Moose. I'm here today as part of Vlogmas to talk about a little bit more Christmassy stuff that I've been doing lately, and this is my episode show about my favorite Christmas treats, drinks, and foods. So I've got some samples here that I'll be noshing on while I talk to you. I'm going to start out with my favorite drinks. When I was a kid, well not when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, my mom didn't feed us alcohol when we were kids. But when I was younger, my mom used to make this slush, and it was a vodka slush. And she would take a bottle of vodka and mix it with a whole bunch of juice and tea and sugar and water, and it was pretty watered down. So she'd end up with these ice cream pails. There was more than one ice cream pail of this vodka slush. Then we would put it outside, and it would sit outside and freeze, because I live in Canada, so it gets cold enough to freeze most of the time. Sometimes we've had years where it didn't, but you know. And then during Christmas, when we were sitting around playing games or playing cards, socializing, we would take and bring in this ice cream pail of slush, because we're fancy, and you'd put about this much of the slush. You'd dig it out, chip it out with a spoon and a knife, and you know, put it into the bottom of the glass, not much, and then you'd pour ginger ale or Sprite on top of it. And when we were teenagers, they started letting us to drink this because, I mean, it wasn't, you couldn't taste vodka in it. Sometimes I wondered if my mom actually just went, yeah, there's vodka in this one, and she really had one for the kids. But regardless, it wasn't very alcoholic, and it was just a way for us to feel like we were part of the grown-ups, the grown-up experience at Christmas, and we had so much fun. And it was really tasty. She still makes it every so often. When I go home for Christmas, I make sure I ask her to make it because it's easily one of my favorites. But beyond that, there are many other Christmas beverages I like. I have this. It's a Christmas Eve tea from Stash. They're just little tea bags, individually wrapped. And this one has cinnamon, orange peel, spearmint, vanilla extract, orange oil, cinnamon flavor, and clove flavor. So it's very, very, very festive. I've got some fogging on my glasses. That's fantastic. It's very festive. It's easily one of my favorites. It's warm in here with the sweater on. I'll be right back. Whew, that's better. It's a little warm in here in the sweater. It's the lights. Kind of ashamed of this. My whole setup here is like, I've got some lights. One's hooked to my vacuum cleaner. One's hooked to the closet door. One's actually on another tripod. And then I've got my I'm in my quilt room. So I've got my OT light from my sewing machine up and directed this way so that I get a little extra light. But it makes it really warm, and that sweater was just way too warm. And I got my Christmas tree set up. I've got a Christmas tree set up here. I might have two Christmas trees. My husband had one and I had one before we met, so we kept both because they were both relatively new. So I just talked about my Christmas Eve tea. Another favorite, and this is like, I've been drinking this stuff since I was a kid, so there is no alcohol in it, I promise. It's the Carnation Hot Chocolate with mini marshmallows. I don't know why. But this is always going to be a favorite. I grew up on this stuff, and I love the rock hard little marshmallows. I haven't opened this, I just bought it today because I'm like, I'm out of hot chocolate. So I'm all ready to drink my hot chocolate. And then my last beverage of choice for the holiday season is a little bit pricier. David's Tea is a company that does a lot of loose leaf teas. I bought this, which is Alpine Punch from them. It's an 85 gram tin. I think this is my third year. I don't really stick to the 6 months and throw it out rule because it still smells fine and it still tastes fine. It doesn't rot, it just loses its flavor a little bit as you go. So this one has coconut, it's a rooibos, it's got almond flavoring in it, cinnamon, bunch of fruit. It's just a very good, it's such a good tea. It's a herbal tea, it's rooibos based. And it's one of my favorites. And I love the Christmas tin. Like, there's little snowflakes all over it. That's why I put my little OT light there so you can see those. Because, so getting back to my setup in here, I joked to my husband because I usually film in my spare bedroom where I've got my bookshelf, my glasses, or I usually film in my spare bedroom. And I've got my bookshelf and a nice comfy chair in there, and we hang the lights around, and whew, everything looks great. But I wanted to do something with a little bit of Christmas in it, and I couldn't fit that into that spare bedroom, so we put this all in here. And we had it set up last night. I looked in and I went, you know, it kind of looks like we're filming a Christmas themed hostage video, because there's like the tripod with the camera and then all these big glowy lights on it, and it's like, yeah, if the police see this, they're gonna think we're kidnappers. Next, the holiday meal. We don't really do appetizers. My sister-in-law makes a cheese ball every year, and yeah, I know it's old-fashioned. I know it's like, ooh, it's not cool anymore, but I love a cheese ball with crackers. And I live in Canada where we still have bacon dippers. So bacon dippers and Swiss cheese crackers with a cheese ball, and I'm set. I also like, you know, pepper jelly on cheese, really anything with cheese, and I'm set. We don't, other than that, we don't really do appetizers unless we're playing games, but then it's more the chips and cheesies snacks. So I'm gonna go right to the holiday meal. We have turkey and stuffing. My dad made the best stuffing ever. He was the turkey guy, right? So there was nobody touched the turkey but my dad at Christmas. And he's gone now, so it's probably gonna fall to my husband because he does pretty good turkey. But he gets a little creative, and I don't think my family is ready for the creative stuffing. We are bread, onion, celery, seasoning. That's our turkey stuffing. But it was always so good when my dad made it. It was my favorite part of the meal. Like, he'd stuff the turkey and then make a little bread pan of the stuffing, pour a little chicken bouillon on top of it or chicken broth, and it was really good too. So he always had to make extra of his stuffing for everyone. Buns, we always have homemade buns, of course, and salads. My mom's old school. So when we have a fancy dinner with my mom, there's got to be a jellied salad. There's always a jellied salad. So I don't know what flavor it will be this year. It's always kind of a surprise. But yeah, there's always got to be the jellied salad. Gravy. My brother's the gravy maker now. Everybody, you know, splits the jobs once one person's gone. My mom does all the baking. She'll make the potatoes, that kind of thing. I'm not really a gravy and mashed potato person. I eat them because they're there, and really the turkey is there just so I can have stuffing. If I could have a plate with stuffing and bread, I'm obviously a carb girl. I love my carbs. There's a reason I look like I do. Discuss that later. So yeah, like stuffing is my favorite part of the Christmas meal. And then afterwards, dessert. My mom always bakes a ton. She makes Christmas cakes. She makes shortbread cookies. I would normally make some shortbread cookies, but we are not really going to be here for Christmas this year, so I decided not to. Like, my family lives about 6 hours away from me, so I'm not, and my mom does all the baking. So for shortbread cookies this year, I have you have to fill the need, right? I have the Walker's, product of Scotland, so they're official, mini pure butter shortbread fingers. Excuse me while I open these. The last bag of these, my dog ate because I didn't put them away. Shortbread. Shortbread tastes like Christmas, you know? You can't open a new package of anything in here and expect it to say pet hair free, because apparently, even though they're not in the room, they're going to leave pet hair on your snack. So shortbread is Christmas. To me, my mom's always made shortbread for Christmas. My grandma always made shortbread for Christmas. My mother-in-law makes shortbread for Christmas. That's the thing. When I do go to my in-laws though, she makes peanut butter balls that are amazing. I would eat those over Reese's peanut butter cups because they're as good, if not better. They're fantastic. She's a great one. I'm a fan of chocolate covered cherries. I love cherry flavored anything. I'm more of a fruit dessert kind of person rather than a chocolate dessert kind of person. But we don't really do an official dessert for Christmas typically, at least not at my parents' place. So we do baking. My mom bakes a little bit of everything, and then of course there's always the required chocolates. I have Toffee Fay here, mainly because it was a smaller package and I don't want a lot of chocolate sitting around my house just so I can hold something up in a video. Because my husband doesn't really eat sugar. I shouldn't eat sugar. I'll probably take these to work. There's like, I don't know, 12 of them in there. There's not that many. Every year, my brother and our birthdays are in December. So every year at Christmas, we would get a box from from our grandparents. Well, this gift would look about the same. It was a pot of gold chocolates on top of whatever else they bought us, which was socks or sweaters or whatever, because Christmas was coming too, right? So we got all our fun gifts for Christmas and our birthdays were kind of boring. And so we get this box of pot of gold chocolates. Pot of gold chocolates are Christmas to me, because I had them every year at Christmas, and they've changed them now, so it's wrecked. I don't have pot of gold chocolates anymore because you can't get the old. They've changed the flavors that are in them. I know I sound like a big whiny pants. Another favorite though is the toffee fay, and I'm gonna eat one of those because it's Christmas. I'm doing this video and tomorrow they go to work. So toffee fay are always available. My mom also makes caramel and fudge. She used to make divinity fudge. I tried making it one year and it didn't turn out very well. So I think I might try again closer to Christmas this year and see what happens. You didn't think you're gonna watch this video to watch me eat, did you? Toffee fay was a really bad idea. This is not my Christmas Eve tea. It's a Lush berry, which is still fruity. It's not really Christmassy unless you really think fruit is Christmassy, which could be, I guess. That's better. Those are some of my favorite holiday treats. I'm just trying to think of some other stuff that we have usually at Christmas, but I can't right now. So tell me, because I know I've got sort of the Canadian, very plain Christmas tradition. Everyone has different holiday traditions, so tell me in the comments what your favorite holiday food, drink, or snack is. I know I will never ever stop loving Hawkins cheesies, which is kind of a Canadian product. I guess they're not available anywhere else. They're better than Cheetos. They are. They're like the best extruded cheese product ever produced. It sounds awful when you put it that way, but they're just my favorite. We always ate them at Christmas. We'd sit around playing cards, potato chips. My grandpa was horrible. He would buy like dill pickle chips and French onion dip, or like salt and vinegar chips and dill pickle dip, and the dips never matched the chips. So I have an affinity for chips that don't go with their dip. That is my favorite holiday foods video. I hope you leave me some comments below. Love to hear what your favorite holiday foods or traditions are, and I will be talking to you soon. Thank you.